the Yuin people, and some of my ancestors are from this area as well. I welcome you all today to stand up for Idle No More, for the Indigenous people of Canada, of Australia, of every European country. We're all united together, and I thank you all for coming and standing up for us, and I thank the police for supporting us as well.
John, trying to get access.
I'll pass you on to Lance for any further.
We're already talking. Look, we're here today to support our First Nations brothers and sisters. We're here to support Chief Theresa Spence in her call for meeting not only with Prime Minister Harper but with the Governor General of Canada. We think it's a very reasonable call, and I'd just like to emphasise that she's made that call on the basis that the issues that they're dealing with are a direct breach of their treaties with the British Crown, whose representative in Canada is the Governor General. So those that think she's being pedantic, that's why she's doing that. She has every right to choose whom she speaks to and how she articulates. Canadian First Nations people have recently had a draft of over 1,000 laws passed which abrogate their rights to control their water, their land. One of the major reasons that the Harper government has passed those laws is to take their water for the use of mining companies. They want the Indigenous people in that area to have less say in their land, so that the land can be exploited by mining companies from all over the world, including Australia. Canadians' mining companies aren't that great on it anyway. Now, there are a lot of similarities between the Indigenous struggle in Canada and the Indigenous struggle in Australia here. For as long as colonialism's existed, they've made agreements. Governments have made agreements and breached them. And you know, I'm absolutely down with these people in Canada who are prepared to continue the dialogue, because in a lot of places they've decided that the time for that dialogue is over, and idle no more. Exploding across the globe just may be a way of solving global Indigenous problems and the problems of the environment by talking. And as I said before, the time for talking is fast running out. Alex.
My name's Alex Johnson. I'm from Stop the Intervention Collective Sydney. As a representative of Sticks, I'd like to say that that all of us that support the Indigenous people's struggle in this country also support the Indigenous people's struggles in every country, including Canada. I believe that this new movement is a very inspiring movement. I think it's very important that it was actually begun by women, by elder, respected women, and they're showing the way. They're showing another way for us to continue to struggle for Indigenous land rights throughout the world. Very similar problems that exist in Canada exist here as well, in terms of the theft of Indigenous people's land, the assimilationist and paternalistic approach to Indigenous people, the notion that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people can be told what they want rather than being properly consulted with. The federal government recently, as most of you would know, has decided to extend the Northern Territory intervention for a further 10 years, after 5 years of shame, after 5 years of total and utter failure. Almost every statistic with regard to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's well-being has got worse under that suite of policies. Incarceration rates have gone up, malnutrition rates have gone up.
Stolen children have gone up.
Absolutely, there are more and more children being stolen from their families. this is many years after Rudd made his much lauded apology to the stolen generations in this country. His government, the Gillard government, and of course the opposition if they got in, are all committed to continuing an incredibly racist policy in this country. One that I'm sure in decades to come will be seen as one of the greatest mass human rights abuses in our very dark and long history of human rights abuses perpetrated against the Indigenous people of this country, and there are similar problems, as I say, existing for Indigenous people in every country in the world, including Canada.
Hi, I'm Colleen Fuller. I'm representative of the white Aboriginal, the original stolen generation. My grandmother was stolen generation, and it has continued on down through to my grandson is another stolen generation at the moment. CPS, Child Protection Services, right across Australia, right across Canada, America, England, are all the same. The continued stolen generations of Indigenous people of each country is continuing. The sorries that have happened mean nothing. It is continuing, as we see with the intervention in the Northern Territory. In New South Wales, it is a department called DOCS who are continuing an intervention of their own in taking children, not recognising that they're Aboriginal, denying our Aboriginal rights. We're white, but we have black blood running through us. We have rights as an Indigenous family. Indigenous families are being downtrodden and oppressed, be it here in Australia or anywhere across the world. The Idle No More campaign stands up for the Indigenous people right across the world. In Canada, they are fighting a fight. I pray that Australia will join together, not only for Canada, but for Australia, for England, for America, for all Indigenous people and their rights to their heritage, to their land, to stop the corporations from running our lives. We are just as strong as the white people of the world. We have our rights as well as the white people. So Idle No More stands for standing up for everyone's rights. The national Indigenous people, the world Indigenous people and their children. Stop taking our children, stop taking our heritage, stop taking our future. Thank you.
So I guess mainly the Occupy Sydney contingent that have come up. Yeah, the Occupy Sydney contingent that are here today are really just here to stand, as the other guys have said, in solidarity with Chief Theresa Spence and the Indigenous people in Canada who are campaigning for the Idle No More movement. One really interesting thing about the Occupy movement, when everyone came together with a whole bunch of issues, the Idle No More movement is almost like a filtered version that's really come down now to really focus on Indigenous rights. It's something that everyone in Australia particularly knows a lot about, with the issues that Aboriginals face on a daily basis. We stand in solidarity with a lot of campaigns currently happening in the Indigenous issues, such as the TJ Hickey campaign, which is happening in a few weeks, I think. So that'll be celebrating obviously 14th February, obviously saying that 9 years is too long without any commemoration of that and other deaths in custody. And also stand in solidarity with the guys in Brisbane who have been arrested for the police in Brisbane believing that they had the capacity to put out home fires, who are facing court today. So all of these issues are things that, you know, massively affect Indigenous people, and I don't know more really just covers that big campaign. So we obviously offer solidarity to everyone.
Wake up, PM, the game is over, it's Indigenous hour and you're in trouble deep. Wake up, PM Harper, wake up, Julia Gillard. Hell, you gotta tell us now, we're gonna tell you how. What you gonna do when we all say, go to hell. Wake up, Stephen Harper, wake up, Stephen Harper. Well, you thought you just changed the laws to steal our land and all. Well, Stephen Harper, looks like you got a good feed again. Wake up, Stephen Harper, wake up, Julia Gillard. we're saving our home. Wake up PM Harper, wake up PM Harper, wake up PM Gillard. Native people are sick of your rot, your reputation shot. Our land is ours, our water's ours, and have them you cannot. Wake up Stephen Harper, wake up Julia Gillard, we are idle no more.
And
We are idle no more. Mother, I hear the song, eternal wood is from your law. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ho, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ho. Father, I see when the eagle flies, flight of the spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Mother, I hear when the river's song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Father, I see when the eagle flies. Father of spirits, gonna take us high. Hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey yo. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your